Hi everyone, welcome back to Scented Moments channel. I'm Julien. I hope you're all doing well, and in this video I want to start a new challenge. And in this challenge is all about nobody does something better than a specific brand or a specific fragrance. Either nobody does better a specific note, a specific category, a specific sensation, feel that you get from a specific fragrance or a specific brand. So this is quite simple. If you have a YouTube channel, I invite you to participate in this challenge. Feel free to participate in this challenge. Even if you don't have a YouTube channel, of course, I want to know everything in the comments down below from you guys. So that being said, the first statement that I will say is nobody does oranges better than Hermès. Now, I'm not talking about lemons, I'm not talking about bergamot nor grapefruit, although I could have mentioned, because for me nobody does citruses overall better than Hermès. But I know that, Atelier Cologne also does very realistic and fantastic citruses, just like PROFUMUM ROMA does. So I wanted to be more specific, and for me, oranges from Hermès, it's the best way to go. Now, I know that Atelier Cologne also has Orange Sanguine and grapefruit from Pomelo Paradis and so on and so forth, but for me, oranges, I think it's hard to beat Hermès, and especially consider that Hermès is a designer brand, so you assume that from a designer brand the quality will be less, will not come across as realistic or has high quality, and it's not even expected to. But Hermès is one of the best designer fragrance brands out there, and so I have here, for example, this is actually my favorite fresh orange fragrance, which is Orange Concentré Vert, or Concentré d'Orange Vert. This is the way how you say it, from Hermès. Here, this is the most realistic orange fruit. Seriously, this is incredible. It's green, but it's very citrusy. Man, this is fantastic. You feel the orange peel and you feel the fruit itself. In the orange leaf even. It's fantastic. This is a wonderful fragrance. Usually all of these fragrances are eau de cologne concentration, but this one specifically is eau de toilette. Still, doesn't perform all that much. After all, you shouldn't expect great performance from citrus fragrances, but this one still has an average performance, so I think it's an okay performer. But the scent inside, the quality, the realistic part of this orange fragrance is incredible. Absolutely love this. Concentré d'Orange Vert. Other examples from Hermès that I have here are Terre d'Hermès. This is already a modern classic from Hermès. This uses bitter orange. You also have Vetiver, Isui Super. So this is a very masculine, gentlemanly, sophisticated fragrance. A bit mature, yes, but I think it's still incredible. Very appealing in my opinion, very versatile. I absolutely love this. And again, it has uplifting and natural feel into it. I absolutely love this fragrance. The bitterness from the orange, the dirtiness from the vetiver. Fantastic scent here. Terre d'Hermès from Hermès. This is the eau de toilette. You also have the eau très fraîche that I also have here, and here I have the this bottle format. So this is a 30 ml and this is the 125 refill. The eau très fraîche, I think it's still my favorite version of the Terre d'Hermès line, and man, it's incredible. I absolutely love the orange in here. Again, it feels natural. It's not dirty, it doesn't have dirty edges nor woodsy edges. It has a woodiness from the Isui Super, yes, but it has also like a watery feel in here. Very uplifting, very summery. very fizzy. I mean, I really do love this version, the Terre d'Hermès Eau Très Fraîche, another fantastic orange from this brand. And last but definitely not least, we have a gourmand orange fragrance from Hermès from the Eau de Merveille collection, and it is Elixir de Merveille. I mean, gorgeous, beautiful looking bottle. I absolutely love the ambery, the ambery colors of this bottle, and like the star effect of this bottle. Now this is all about, it has a chocolate caramel feel with orange. So again, this is a gourmand orange fragrance. This is the best version of Ultra Zest from Mugler, which is now discontinued. This one, it's not discontinued, and it smells better, it smells more natural, it smells like a higher quality, and it feels more mature and feels more sexy, more sensual than Ultra Zest. I also really do like Ultra Zest, but this one is in the upper level. Absolutely stunning scent, and again, great orange in here, caramel, chocolatey, musky. Man, this is delicious. Very soothing, very alluring fragrance, perfect for date night, perfect for close encounter situations, perfect for formal events. I absolutely love this one. It's Elixir de Merveille from Hermès. And again, guys, these are just examples of how Hermès does orange like any other brand. Now, the next statement for me is nobody does classics like Guerlain. And now, it's not that Guerlain is still producing a lot of classic fragrances, let's say, but it's more that nobody has such a big amount of classic and iconic fragrances like Guerlain. And for example, I mean, Guerlain has JICKY, and this is the Eau de Parfum concentration. This is stunning, still modern to this day. Of course, this is heavily reformulated. I highly doubt that this smells like it used to smell, but it's animalic, it's musky, it's aromatic. You have lavender, you have citruses, you have vanilla. I mean, it's to die for. It's complex, has a lot of layers, and yes, this is an iconic classic fragrance from Guerlain. I think this was even the first fragrance produced from Guerlain. Fantastic scent, and I absolutely love the B bottle presentation of Guerlain. Another fantastic classic that I have here. This was the first Oriental perfume ever produced, and again from Guerlain, Shalimar Eau de Parfum. I already did a review of this one, and this is incredible. Again, has an animalic feel. It has this orange peel in the opening, very vanillic, have lots of vanilla. I think the animalic nuance here, it's civet, if I'm not mistaken, or castoreum. Quite musky. This is wonderful. I lost for words to describe this one. Man, and this inspired so many Oriental fragrances that we cherish to this day. And man, I absolutely love this iconic bottle presentation. Shalimar Eau de Parfum, another fantastic classic from Guerlain. It's a masterpiece in my opinion. The queen of the Oriental fragrances is Shalimar Eau de Parfum. And another classic, it's a Chypre fragrance, and it is none other than MITSOUKO Eau de Parfum. Again, this iconic bottle presentation, and this is my favorite Chypre fragrance that I experienced so far. Man, so good. The citruses, the oak moss, of course, I highly doubt that they are using real oak moss in here, unfortunately, but the blend, it's fantastic. And yes, this smells class. This smells like an old school fragrance, yes, but it's not unwearable because of that. Not at all. This for me, it's still very wearable. It's unisex through and through. You have the citruses, you have the oak moss, you have the aromatic facets, but this for me still, you have the peach in here. This fragrance is a masterpiece from Guerlain. Another one. Guerlain is my favorite perfume house for a reason, and this is one of them. It's MITSOUKO Eau de Parfum. It's another iconic fragrance, another must-try fragrance, in my opinion. Overall, you don't need to love Guerlain, but if you want to experience niche fragrances, I think you should dive in first to more classic, more iconic fragrances, because then you will see niche in a different way. You will see that there are a lot of niche fragrances that are heavily inspired by classic fragrances, and these cost just a small fraction of a niche fragrance. And the other iconic fragrance that I have here, another classic fragrance that I have here from the house of Guerlain, is Habit Rouge Eau de Toilette. And this is my favorite version. I love the dress code, but I think that one is discontinued, unfortunately. But this classic scent right here is amazing. Again, mature, yes, old school, but still very wearable, very modern to this day, in my opinion. You have a lot of lemons in here, you have vanilla, you have rose, you have a hint of vetiver in the base, or at least you have like this earthiness, this woodiness in the base, followed by lots of vanilla. Again, very aromatic. This is a gentleman's type of fragrance, and it's still so good. It smells so good. It's another classic, another example. I also have Héritage, Vetiver, and also have, it's not L'Heure Bleue, I don't have that one. What's the other one? I'm missing other two fragrances, actually. I'm missing in the B bottle presentation. Après l'Ondée, it's one of them, and Vol de Nuit. Yes, exactly. So yes, other two classic fragrances. Seriously, if you want to experience classic, iconic perfumery, you definitely need to go with Guerlain. Of course, Chanel also has its classics. Number 5 comes to mind, of course, immediately. You have Pour Monsieur, you have Antaeus, but still Guerlain and Hermès also has fantastic classic fragrances like Equipage, Bel Ami, Eau d'Hermès, but for me, nothing comes close to Guerlain Héritage collection. For me, Guerlain is the best in that genre, in the classic perfumery, and also now in the modern perfumery. I think Guerlain, it's the best out there. It's the crème de la crème in the designer and even niche perfumery. The next big statement is nobody does iris like Dior. And here, of course, I'm thinking about the Dior Homme collection, and I'm not talking about the Dior Homme 2020. You all know what's my opinion about that fragrance, but I'm talking about the original, the true masterpiece, Dior Homme, and Dior Homme Parfum, and also Dior Homme Intense. And this is the newer version that for me smells incredible. Also did a review of this one, and of course I have here also the original Dior Homme. Big dent already. This for me is the best signature scent, the Dior Homme, the original. I definitely need to get a backup bottle, but this was not discontinued. It's just more exclusive. Not more exclusive, it's really exclusive to France and to some other European countries, not Portugal, unfortunately, but well, man, seriously, nobody does iris like Dior. I absolutely love this line. This was my favorite designer line. It's makeup-y, cocoa, leathery, and it's still So elegant, so sophisticated. Unisex, yes, but for me this also smells masculine. Man, fantastic, the best signature scent here. And then you have the other versions, the Dior Homme Intense, and of course the masterpiece. My favorite designer fragrance is Dior Homme Parfum, which now comes with this bottle presentation in the 100 ml bottle size, but I think they still smell the same. The formula is still the same, so let's just be relief with that, because I would be so sad if they would reformulate or even discontinued this masterpiece. This is all about leather, all about rose. Oh man, this is so intoxicating, and I love the iris. The iris in all of these Dior Hommes, they are the iris here, it's very well balanced, very well done. Of course it's not for everyone because it has this makeup-y nuance. It's powdery, but it's still very wearable, and it has a natural feel, I have to say. And that's why I absolutely love the Dior Homme line, because of that. Dior Homme Intense, the same. I mean, oh man, it's so good. All of them are very sexy, all of them are very intoxicating, very alluring, very sensual. I mean, absolutely love the Dior Homme line because of that. But I need to cheat here. Yes, nobody does iris like Dior Homme, especially in the designer realm, of course. But I need to mention this fragrance that I will soon do a review of. This is from a very recent niche brand, Maison CRIVELLI, and it is Iris MALIKHÄN. Boy, this right now is my favorite iris. And it's not even close. I love Panthea Iris from Stefano Berlucas, but this one, wow. As real, as natural as it can get. Wow. This is buttery, this is powdery. It's a bit very mild. They have a mild lipsticky feel, but it's very mild. This is so realistic. Wow, it's mind-blowing. I will definitely soon do a review of this one, because this is the best iris that I ever experienced so far. It's mind-blowing. Iris MALIKHÄN from Maison CRIVELLI. If you love iris, please check this one out. But well, I needed to feature this one because I'm in love with this fragrance. I'm enjoying this fragrance a lot lately. But yes, well, to be true here, I mean, realistically, Dior Homme, it's forever Bay for me. And the next statement is, nobody does masterpieces like Frédéric Malle. And I know the masterpiece word is overrated, but Frédéric Malle does fragrances like any other brand, and I just have two, but these two are masterpieces. So the first one, and this was the first fragrance that I got from Frédéric Malle, and this was my first love from this brand. It is Portrait of a Lady. It's the best rose fragrance in the game, and this was actually groundbreaking when this was first released. This rose, patchouli, spices with incense. This was a groundbreaking release, a very unique and original release back then. And now you have a lot of fragrances that are heavily inspired by this DNA, but still none comes across as this one right here. The quality, the blend, I mean, this is the best rose fragrance in my opinion, and my latest acquisition from this brand, and finally I'm so proud to have it. It is MUSC RAVAGEUR, a classic already. It was released in the 2000s, in the early 2000s. Either it was in 2000 or 2001, don't remember exactly, but it was in the beginning of the 2000s era. And I never smell anything like this. Man, it's animalic, yes, very musky, has like even a fur impression, but also very vanillic, and it has this sweet creamy vanilla to balance the animalic nuances. Man, this is a masterpiece right here, and a classic. So again, for me, nobody does masterpieces like Frédéric Malle, Portrait of a Lady, and MUSC RAVAGEUR. I mean, now that I have a 100 ml, I want a 100 ml of Portrait of a Lady. Man, we will see if we will get there. But definitely I want to add more Frédéric Malle fragrances to my collection, like Promise, like Drie van Noten, Monsieur, Vetiver Extraordinaire, The Night. Although The Night, it's so expensive, but well, we will see. But yeah, I still have quite a few Frédéric Malle fragrances to add to my collection. I'm absolutely in love with this brand. So again, nobody does masterpieces like Frédéric Malle. The next big statement is nobody does sensual, carnal fragrances better than Francesca Bianchi. And I have 3 fragrances from her collection, and I still have 3 more to add to my collection ASAP. But for the sake of this video, I have the Dark Side, stunning, animalic, honeyed, spicy fragrance. I have Sex in the Sea, ambergris, lots of mimosa, lots of pineapple, coconut. Again, very sensual, very carnal fragrance, perfect for the summertime. And as you can see, I wore this a lot last summer. And the most sexy, the most sensual of them all, Under My Skin. Under My Skin is absolutely incredible. It's musky, it's animalic, it's leathery, has gastorium. So this fragrance, and it's so unique. All of her creations are unique. All of her creations are carnal, have a natural feel into them, very original, and so addictive, so alluring. I mean, I absolutely love her creations. They are very intoxicating, intense, but never too overwhelming. I absolutely love Under My Skin. I already did a top 10 most sensual fragrances in my collection, and this one was very well featured there. And overall, Francesca Bianchi does very carnal, very sexual, very sexy, sensual fragrances, very alluring, intense, but not ever too overwhelming fragrances. Love her creations because of that, because of the unique part as well. Of course, all of her fragrances are extrait de parfum, and I love her creations, and so for me, nobody does sensual fragrances like Francesca Bianchi. And last but definitely not least, the last statement is nobody does natural/realistic better than Profumum Roma. I need to mention Profumum Roma. I love this niche brand. It's my second favorite perfume brand overall, and they do fragrances like any other brand in terms of how natural they come across, how realistic, and how long lasting. The majority of their fragrances are linear, but they are all very long lasting. They are all very concentrated, very intense, so realistic, have a natural feel, and because of that they are quite unique in my opinion. So for example, Acqua di Sale. Acqua di Sale is for me the best aquatic fragrance ever, and it's a staple for me for the summertime. Well, summer joy in a bottle. I already did a review of this one. This literally smells like you just fill this bottle with ocean water, and it has a hint of cedarwood as well, but man, you can't be more realistic than this. It's incredible. Another example is AMBRA AUREA. This is my favorite amber fragrance, but this has not only amber but also ambergris. Wow, it's so good. So intoxicating. So I mean, seriously, you can see how much I love this. You can't go better than this. It's resinous, gooey, sticky, enveloping, intense, and it has also a calming effect. It's salty because of the ambergris, and this is the best amber for me. Another example as one of the best gourmand fragrances is Sorriso, and it was featured on my best chocolate fragrances, and it was very well featured in that video. You can't go better than this. It's oranges and chocolate, and it comes across like chocolate pudding with orange peel in the top. It's so good. It's mind-blowing how good it is, how delicious, how addictive it is. I absolutely love Sorriso. And another example, this is for me the best lemon fragrance out there, Acqua Viva. Acqua Viva, it's all about lemons. Oh wow, it's all about lemons, and it's so long lasting. It's the perfect balance of tartness and sweetness. It's so fizzy, so effervescent. It's incredible. I absolutely love this one for the realistic nuance and very long lasting. Again, all Parfumum Roma fragrances are very concentrated, and I could mention more: patchouli, I could mention Dulcis in Fundo, I could mention Olibanum, Santalum. I mean, you name it. I love this house because of the natural feel, the realistic part that all of their fragrances, or the majority of their fragrances, have. So again, nobody does natural / realistic better than Parfumum Roma. And guys, with this, I hope you enjoyed this video. Tell me in the comments down below what are your big statements, and if you have a YouTube channel, feel free to accept this challenge. I'm definitely eager to see your video and your statements. So guys, once again, hope you enjoyed this video, and see you in the next one. Stay safe. Ciao.